You know, Grand Isle is a place that Jeff and I have liked to come for years. You know, we brought our kids down here, we brought, you know, just ourselves down here. It's just a great place for us to come fishing. And one of the big reasons is there's a diverse amount of fishing here. You know, he likes to go offshore, I like to fish inshore, so we can both get the best of both worlds and literally stay right in the middle of an island that offers the best of both worlds right in front of us and right behind us.
Touring pro Jeff Kriet and Wade have invited Bassmaster Elite Angler of the Year, Brent Chapman, and Laser Trocar's Marty Riddle for some fun offshore fishing in Grand Isle, Louisiana.
Brent Chapman is really one of the top bass fishermen on the tour, and actually won Angler of the Year. Not very many people can say that. And Brent and I are friends, and we have some of the same sponsors, so I see him a lot. But I've never fished with Brent in the boat.
You know, we're always out there competing and, you know, stressing out about putting fish in the boat. This trip was come down, do some offshore fishing. You know, I've fished against Kriet a lot. I've never got to fish with him, but it was really a good time. You know, I've got to know Jeff over the last couple of years, really good guy, but he is definitely, he can make you laugh, that's for sure.
Oh, I got it. Would you rather be...
Oh, here we go. Would you
rather be a shrimp for 30 minutes in the Gulf, or would you rather ride a knee board around Seal Island one lap?
The Louisiana weather can sometimes be unpredictable, and it's thrown a wrench in the game plan.
Anytime you're in the outdoors, the weather is going to play a gigantic role in what you're going to be able to do and not do. And you know, and I've come here in the past and been able to run my bass boat out 20 miles offshore and be so calm, and run around these bays and be dead calm. But we're here this time under some crazy conditions. There's some kind of funny something or another out there in the Gulf that's making the wind come from a different direction we've ever seen, and making waves taller than our head out there. And it's making for some challenging fishing conditions, but if you're here, you either sit inside and do nothing, or you go fishing and make the best of it. And we're going fishing.
Oh, there you go. Fish on.
Fish on.
He hit it sitting still.
I like
didn't
this.
he,
Yeah.
Little guy.
Little toad.
Snapper. Huh. Yeah, little mangrove.
Sure is.
There's not a stronger fish out there, pound for pound, than a little mangrove snapper.
You just need bigger ones so
Yeah.
you can eat it.
Look at those teeth they got.
You know, you think back to when you're 5 or 6 and you go out there with your dad or your brother or whoever takes you fishing for the first time, and they put that red and white bobber on, they put that swivel on there, and then that snell, and they drop that piece of worm on there, and you just are so excited to see that thing move, and you're going to react immediately.
You throw it there and you're popping that cork, and you know, it's awesome. I mean, you take kids out here, whatever, because everybody knows when the bobber goes under, you jerk.
Seeing that first action of something down there chewing on that bait really gets you excited quick.
Oh, there we go.
Chapman's got another one.
Got him?
There's one.
Double.
There we go.
Doubleito!
Doubleito.
Snapper and a nice trout.
Yes, sir.
Now that's a keeper, isn't it?
He's a big keeper. We'll let him go tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, he's going in the frying pan.
Tomorrow he's gonna feed all of us. Come here, little feller.
When the Fisherman's Handbook returns, the guys find a way to pull in some big ones. The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Cabela's, it's in your nature. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Yamaha Marine, reliability starts here. And by Garmin, the power of simple.
You just want to fish, not mess around with buttons and settings and such. That's why they made every Garmin Echo fish finder easy to use. You see fish, you catch fish, easy. Fight fish, not your fish finder. Get the unsurpassed power, clarity, and dependability of a Garmin Echo fish finder.
Engineered to excel, the Ranger Z500 and Z100 series are built for the ultimate ownership experience. It's a commitment to excellence packed with real-world advantages and exclusive features. Experience the accelerated performance standards of the legendary Ranger Z series. From first light to last cast, they're put together to set you apart. Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here.
It's 200 streamlined horsepower of Yamaha forward thinking. The all-new F200 inline 4-stroke. Whether you're an offshore angler, pontoon cruiser, bay boater, or walleye hunter, the responsive and fuel-efficient F200 combines amazing power and versatility in one incredibly compact and lightweight package. The all-new F200. Legendary Yamaha reliability and the freedom of forward thinking.
For camping, fishing, hunting, or anything outdoors, bring along Arctic Ice. Simply freeze these versatile cooler packs and they're ready to keep your food and drinks cold throughout your outing. Arctic Ice can maintain in a cooler 60% longer than the equal weight of regular ice, and with no more mess or soggy food. Arctic Ice is clean and easy. Alaskan Series can maintain a sub 40-degree cooler for days, and the Tundra Series can keep game frozen till it gets home. Preserve an Arctic refuge in your cooler. Choose Arctic Ice.
Welcome back to the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook with Wade Middleton.
How would you like to win some of the baits you're seeing us use on today's show? Or even better, how about winning a fishing trip with me? It's very simple. Go to the Fisherman's Handbook Facebook page, like the page, and follow along, and you'll be able to be eligible to win certain prizes and possibly go fishing with me.
We're in Grand Isle, Louisiana for some fun fishing with Wade and some of his buddies.
You know, we got an interesting mix of people here. We're kind of here for a little bit of fun, a little bit of work mixed in together. We've got Jeff Kriet, we've got Brent Chapman, we've got Marty from Trocar, we've got a few other friends and buddies that are just kind of hanging around, chilling out with us. So we've got this great mixed group of folks here, and we're all brought together by one thing. We like to see things caught, and we don't really care whether it's big or small. We just like to catch things.
You know, the big plans were to come out here and go way offshore, 50, 60 miles and catch big yellowfin tuna. I mean, this is one of the best places to do that. And, you know, sometimes this time of year you get these big winds, and the truth of it is I don't want to drive out there in it, and I don't think I could have got anybody to go. But on the flip side, no matter what the weather is here on the coast, you can always make a day out of it. Well, here's what happens when you drive to Grand Isle to go offshore and the wind's blowing really hard with a bunch of guys that really like to fish. You got the Angler of the Year over there throwing a cast net for bait. You got two other guys out here, Marty with Trocar and Jeff Welch out here doing anything to catch them. You got my buddy out here, Joey Cantrell. We convinced him that if he could get to the clear water in a kayak, that we would catch something big. See, he's young and he's still going. The problem is, I don't know that he knows how to turn it back. So hopefully he'll be all right. Wade is an excellent swimmer. Wade, you gonna go rescue my buddy out there? but this is the deal. We've got us a setup out here, and that's the cool thing about the coast. When the wind is like this and you can't run long, still you get the right guys and have a good time. And we've caught catfish, croaker, ghost shrimp, a few trout. It's all good at the coast.
I mean, we're wading out there waist deep catching hardhead and having a blast. You know, that just goes to show you that you can make the best of anything that's going on, because when you're down in Louisiana, you can find some way to have some fun.
It's one of those things, when we're at a tournament, we're forced to get out on the big water because you know that's where you've got to go to win the tournament. But on a deal like this, we weren't about to go beat ourselves up and beat up equipment. So I got to throw the cast net a lot, you know, and I used to do that as a kid. We used to go to Florida a lot and do some beach fishing and everything. And believe it or not, people don't realize I would probably be a saltwater guide down in Florida or something if I wasn't doing what I do as a profession. I really love saltwater fishing, so kind of brought back memories getting out there on the beach, throwing the cast net around, trying to see what I could, you know, drum up for some bait.
So when we get here, it became apparent the offshore deal was done, so we're gonna have to hit the bay. Well, the same thing that's causing all that out there's made the bay kind of choppy and kind of rough, but you can always come to Grand Isle and catch the speckled trout. That's a given. You're going to find them. All you've got to do is get the shrimp, get a popping cork, and start covering water, and you're gonna get bites. I'm not saying they're gonna be the biggest in the world all the time, but you're gonna get something, and that bobber's gonna go under, and you're gonna begin to reel some fish in. So we decided we were gonna have a fish fry. So me, Kriet, Marty, and Brent loaded up and just kind of took off. Go see what we could find.
We're all ready.
Ranger would like that. Just take it and touch it and gouge it.
Look at Kriet. He didn't even waste it. He didn't even go get the trolling motor. He's just gonna let us drift out.
If it's a catfish, he'd already stroked.
Jam is on. Foul hook.
I'm gonna say I have no bait.
Hey, Jeff, help me out.
No.
Tell us about it, Jeff.
Oh God, cork down!
What you do, you're looking for the current break and the wind and the...
Woo! I don't know, something really excited.
Trout, isn't it?
It's a big trout.
I got a screamer.
Dinner, get him up here.
Come on, Kriet.
Hang on, I'm resting.
Are you gonna boat flip him?
Good trout. Do not lose this trout. That's a big one. Right here. Come on.
You turn it over to the professionals and we catch fish. Look at that.
And that's how we do it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's dinner. Pretty nice dinner.
More Louisiana fun fishing when the Fisherman's Handbook returns. The Fisherman's Handbook crew trusts Ranger boats to get them to and from their favorite spots on the water. Let's put your Ranger knowledge to the test. How many different boat models make up the 2014 Ranger lineup? For the answer to this, or to find out more about Ranger boats, visit mydreamrig.com.
The world has never seen a hook like this.
What I thought was good before is not so good now.
The first surgically sharpened fish hook.
This is the best ever.
In test after test, we have proven that anyone can set this new hook with half the effort of any other hook.
That's money.
Introducing the Trocar hook, a weapon for fishermen who aren't just out to catch fish, but are out to win.
There is no other sunglass product on the market like Amphibia. Optimized for life on water and land, Amphibia frames are designed to fit comfortably no matter how your face is shaped, to stay firmly in place through your most physical activities and to float in water.
See this? No! Oh! I see him!
On top of all this, Amphibia products are built to last, ensuring that they'll stand up to whatever you can dish out, time and time again. No other sunglass product on the market offers the features and quality that we do. Amphibia Sports Sunglasses incorporate several new advances, including maximum horizontal displacement lenses and a patented air cells that ensures every frame floats. In addition, Amphibia lenses are scratch-resistant, 100% polarized, anti-reflective on both the inside and outside, waterphobic, and ANSI-rated for protection. Amphibia sunglasses are truly designed for life on the water.
Welcome back to the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook with Wade Middleton. Brought to you in part by Amphibia Performance Floating Eye Gear, because the earth is mostly water. Bradley Smoker, food smoking made easy. Arctic Ice, preserve an Arctic refuge in your cooler. And by Laser Trocar, surgically sharpened technology. Bassmaster Elite Touring Pros Jeff Kriet and Brent Chapman are fun fishing with Wade and Laser Trocar's Marty Riddle The windy weather has kept the guys from making a long run to the offshore, but there's plenty of fun to be had here in Grand Isle, Louisiana.
We have the option of either eating. We have 2 corn dogs left, 1 moon pie, and 2 RC colas. That's all we have. So now, we spent every last bit of money we have on shrimp. So we either eat shrimp or trout. I mean, I caught one. I mean, I'm gonna eat fine, but the way I am, I'm concerned about my partners here. So, I mean, you've got the Angler of the Year here. I mean, you know, you might think you could catch something. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, you'd think he might have some game, but it's turning out he really has no game. Marty, we get about what we expect out of Marty. He's caught the cameraman and he's caught 3 little bitty hardhead catfish. So, you know, it is what it is, but I'm gonna see if I can't catch each one of these guys one more, and then I'm gonna have to sit down and take a rest.
So, you know, we're running around and I'm not real happy. I'm not finding anything. Kriet's caught 1 big one off an island, and we've caught a couple of catfish, and we've caught a bunch of mangrove snapper, and we've caught some sand trout. You know, we're getting bit, but it's not what I want to go do. It's not. I knew there was a mother load of something out there somewhere, and we just kept bopping around, and eventually I figured either 1, I was going to get super lucky, or number 2, I was going to find them.
First cast, look at that. This is a good one here.
there.
The hell is this? Sheep's head?
Yeah.
These are a blast to catch. Oh yeah!
The guys are testing out the new line of Laser Trocar's Saltwater series of hooks here in Grand Isle. Let's take a closer look. Fisherman's Handbook presents End of the Line, the gear you need to get the big one tugging on the end of your line.
Good hooks are so important when you're fishing. I mean, you cannot ever underestimate or understate that value. And I got tickled at Marty down there. That bobber would go under and he'd go to jerking. I'm like, hey man, you don't have to do that. You got a trocar on the end of the line, you just pull. And I've used them both offshore, I've used them inshore, I've used them bass fishing, and no matter what style I use, the one thing that remains consistent is that's the sharpest hook ever made.
The technology that goes into these hooks is just, it truly is amazing. It completely revolutionized fishing. We've just learned that any other hook on the market just doesn't measure up. And anglers all over the world are noticing that, from the giant, 1,000-pound tuna to little crappie and some walleye. That hook point is, if that fish is on your bait and it's something that's gonna eat it, it's gonna get caught.
A couple of the styles that I use a lot is, this is the TK9, this is the kale hook. And they make this in a lot of different sizes. So, if you're throwing maybe, catch a lot of fish on, a lot of big redfish and trout, sometimes on a pinfish or a croaker, you may go, this is actually a 2-aught here. I threw this a lot with shrimp today. You go with a 4-aught or a bigger hook. But this bend seems to work really good with live bait. Another hook that I throw a lot is, this is the non-offset circle hook they make. This circle hook is a really, really great hook out here, because you don't want them swallowing it. You're gonna hook them the side of the mouth. It's a lot easier to let them go. So check these 2 styles out. This is the TK4, which is the circle hook, and then this was the TK9, the kale.
For the complete line of Laser Trocar's surgically sharpened Saltwater series fishing hooks and accessories, visit lasertrocar.com.
Oh, you're getting some good bites there, Jeff.
Thanks, buddy. Obviously good ones. That's some pretty good bites throughout the season too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys will bet on who can get to the water and the beach fastest, on who can drink a Dr. Pepper the fastest. You get to a point where you fish 3 or 4 hours in a row and you kind of get a little tired, but these guys don't quit. It's anything, it doesn't matter. These guys, I think we're all competitive by nature, and that's what makes us good, and we do, but these guys, you just can't explain it.
Wade will have something to eat. The other guys, I don't know. Maybe Wade can snatch him one more up.
Jeff and Wade are gonna have them a few to eat. I'm gonna have me one sheep's head.
Once again, when you're fishing with a guy as competitive as he is, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wanna beat him. I wanna beat him at anything. I wanna beat him up the stairs. I definitely wanna beat him fishing. Oh, it's a good one. You got a real one?
Wow.
We're gonna eat some
Fish
trout
on.
tonight.
As they're putting a few in the boat, I'm realizing I need to make some adjustments and change, and I changed and adapted and finally figured it out and managed to catch some fish. And all of a sudden I hear Jeff up there kind of hollering about he broke one off or something, and I look and he's literally turned to the other side of the boat, and I'm like, hold on a second, I thought we were fishing over here.
There's your
Redfish,
Oh.
Jack, broke your line.
I saw him out there, man. That's a big one, dude. Wade generally waits for me to find them. And once I found him and lost the fish, he knows now. He's got probably the small one out of the way now. I'm gonna catch the big one.
Got it.
Got him, Red?
Yep, big red.
Well, can you power pole down or not? I don't know.
When the Fisherman's Handbook returns, we'll see if Wade brings this monster bull red to the boat.
Hobie kayaks provide the ultimate lightweight fishing platforms that will offer anyone what they want when it comes time to hit the water. Hobie Kayak's commitment to innovation, quality, and owner satisfaction is unparalleled in the industry. So when it's time for you to go kayaking, remember there's only one name to remember, and that's Hobie Kayak.
Since 1996, Frog Togs outerwear have kept outdoorsmen warm and dry, even in the worst of conditions. Now, Frog Togs have expanded beyond hunting and fishing markets and revolutionized the industry with their patented fabric system. Frog Togs are extremely lightweight and portable. They pack easily in your car, boat, RV, and even on your motorcycle. Best of all, Frog Togs are 100% waterproof and windproof, and yet extremely breathable. Check us out online at frogtogs.com. Frog Togs, stop the rain.
After your next successful fishing trip, savor the flavor with a Bradley Smoker. They have a whole list of creative recipes for catch with a wide variety of delicious smoky wood flavors. Find out more about making your meal as memorable as the fishing trip at bradleysmoker.com.
It's for those who get up early on weekends and those who'd rather rough it than take it easy. It's for those who know it's not just a sport, but a way of life. The new Food Saver Game Saver vacuum sealing system keeps food fresh up to 5 times longer with a rugged design and 12-volt adapter cord for easy use in the field, ensuring your game and fish is fresh when you need it. The Food Saver Game Saver vacuum sealing system. Fielded fresh, sealed fresh.
After your next successful fishing trip, savor the flavor with a Bradley Smoker. They have a whole list of creative recipes for catch with a wide variety of delicious smoky wood flavors. Find out more about making your meal as memorable as the fishing trip at bradleysmoker.com.
Welcome back to the Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook with Wade Middleton. Wade's fun fishing in Grand Isle, Louisiana with Bassmaster Touring pros Jeff Kriet and Brent Chapman, and Laser Trocar's Marty Riddle. And Wade's just hooked into a monster bull red.
You know, as you start fighting those big fish like that, all kind of thoughts start going to your mind. We're having fun, and I mean, you know, Jeff's already telling me the net's too small. He's gonna gill it. I get it up, it goes. I get it up, it takes drag away. And in my mind, I'm thinking, my gosh, he's probably gonna, you know, break the line, because I mean, he has to be wearing. I only had 16-pound test leader. I was using a 16-pound test leader, a Sunline Sniper, and I'm thinking to myself that that's big old 40-something inch fish has to be wearing this line down, but it didn't. There was not a mark on that line.
Jeff's gonna try his skills at landing. Wow. Look at that dude.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, Getty Creek.
Oh. Wow.
He brought a net big enough, just a little bit bigger than a bait net. And I knew, once I saw the size, I knew that was out. So then I have to grab the redfish, and you know, he gets the glory.
That's a freaking mule.
I've caught lots of bull reds, and the one Wade caught was as big as, I don't know, I guess they get bigger, maybe, but not by much.
Woo, Louisiana redfish.
Should have had a double.
So now they figure they kind of got him dialed in, and we go up there, and I think Jeff kind of knew where to cast. He's like, hey, you cast over here while I cast over. He throws over and hooks up another one.
Golly.
That's what's amazing is catching fish like this, you can find out what your equipment can handle.
Nice one.
Man, I tell you, look how these are big giants.
See the head on that sucker.
You know, we've made what the old saying, turn lemons into lemonade all week.
Fishing with Wade and Marty and Jeff, I mean, it's a lot of fun. You know, there for that last hour, so I really wanted to try to catch one of those, but you know, I didn't catch one, but hey, it was neat watching those guys, and that's what's different about being out here having fun. And you know, ultimately, when you get out here fishing, it's to have a good time, but also to learn. And you know, here with what I've done as a career and all the fishing I've done, I've learned a lot this week, and the fishing I've done here, I know will even help me in my bass fishing as well.
It don't matter. Bigger than that trout you're catching.
Yeah, I know.
It was fun to fish with Brent and to see the love of fishing he has. I mean, he did not care what we caught. He's thinking the whole time, but I mean, the guy loves to fish. I mean, it didn't matter if he was catching a mangrove snapper that big, a ladyfish, or even a catfish, he'll catch them all day long. He doesn't get tired of it.
In my mind, I wanted to go offshore and catch some tuna and go do all those fun things and see what else would be caught. But when I'm fighting that redfish, that's as good as catching a big old tuna. It might not taste quite as good, but it's definitely as fun because it's probably about as big as any of them I'm gonna catch out there. So, you know, what it goes to show you, just make the best of the situation. You can't always go fishing the way you want to. Just go fish. Figure out how to catch them like we did. We got lucky today and caught a lot of fish. I don't know how many different species. We probably caught over 100 fish by the time it was all said and done, and everybody caught a lot of fish and had a lot of fun. And it's like going back being little kids again. You're out there with a bobber and you pop it twice and it goes under. I mean, that's about as fun as it's ever gonna get. The bobber goes under, you set the hook.
Thanks for watching. Join us next week for more fishing tips and trips with the pros.
There's always something to do at the coast. We have improvised with the cheap old man tent over there, which is where I will be later, watching the young guys think that they can go paddle the Cuba out here and catch fish.
We've convinced him that if he gets to the blue water, he can catch a blue marlin. And there he is.